Stereotypes. It's said that the folks of Russia face a challenge bravely, and with about as much gusto as one can conceive. But then there's the stereotype of the Japanese as the most modest and unassuming, low-key people capable of withstanding the kind of pain or struggle that would make most of us crinkle with terror. Does that mean that the neighbours of these two tribes are capable of taking on the biggest of tasks and withstanding terrible pain to achieve them? One thing that is for sure is that the Chinese are capable of combining pain and pleasure to come up with some rather unique ways of enduring suffering with a smile. But here's the catch. In real life, this is not even a game, and yet people really love it. Parks all across China are literally full of people flinging off their socks and shoes just to get a little bit of that pebbly sensation in their souls. And what a sweetie. Some loving son or daughter gave this as a gift to their mother or father. It basically says, "Mummy and Daddy, you're knackered." Because basically in China, when you want to thank someone for their hard work, then you just look at them and say, "Oh, you're knackered." Could it be that they want their loved ones to suffer just a little more first? Of course not. If this is anything to go by, it seems that the Chinese love a good test of their willpower. And by making that something which also improves the circulation, they thereby get a better deal out of the whole affair. In most places along the streets of any of China's cities and towns, you will find these foot spas, and the staff are only too happy to give the soles of your feet a good rubbing. As in traditional Chinese medicine, there are pressure points on the feet that correspond to every part of the body, and a foot massage is also a great diagnosis for the state of one's overall health. Naturally, this kind of endurance is of benefit to oneself and most certainly not some sort of self-torment or torture. For the sake of greater health, there are seemingly innumerous ways of growing stronger, smarter, faster, but some of them certainly look more painful than others. Water monster Michael Phelps scored 8 golds for the USA in Beijing's 2008 Olympics. Never mind this ridiculous stash of bling that he's got to be proud of. Take a look at these black marks on his body. Now I know that some of you will know exactly what they are, but for those of you who aren't Chinese, Phelps the goldfish is sporting a very particular style of, well, I guess you could call it Chinese fashion. It's held that this kind of treatment can reduce seasonal ailments, and the blacker the resulting marks, poorer the wearer's state of health. So it's a little bit horrifying to look at, and if you don't know someone who's really good at it, don't try it at home. The results hardly bear thinking about. There's another method of improving one's health, and it's very typically Chinese and perhaps more familiar to many of you, even if you haven't had a stab at it. It's acupuncture. Of course, a nurse's hand can only contain one per needle at a time, and in truth, acupuncture needles are far finer and gentler, more like a nip from a tiny little ant. And it's actually an acknowledged form of anesthetic, officially approved in America, and also a potential alternative to opiates. It looks like the Chinese brand of pain is already healing the rest of the world. At the same time, the good folks of China continue in their eternal quest for ever more unique forms of massage. My Chinese mates love to tell me that withstanding short-term pain for greater long-term health is the road to real vigor. And it goes therefore that perhaps we all need to learn and take a little more pain. Pain and pleasure exist in equal terms. You can only truly enjoy pleasure after a little pain. Of course, it's not for everyone, but for those who can stand a little ouch, may well find themselves on the receiving end of a few more. Oh yeah, ooh. That's actually not bad. Yeah. So we'll leave you with that one. Don't forget to check out our Instagram, our Twitter, our YouTube, all that stuff. Leave us some comments. Thank you so much for keeping watching us. We enjoy hearing from you. Let us know what you think. And until next time, remember to keep it open. What? Is there something you want to say about me drinking hot water? It's something I've come to appreciate after a little time living here. A cup of hot water can do wonders for the stomach. Just be careful not to scald yourself.